Okay, so today was my first day in Lifetime Fitness. Um, so I got there around 8, and this lady, Lindsay, was very good, very helpful. So this is what they gave me. Well, she did a bunch of tests on me about um, my body weight, my body fat, which you can see right here what those numbers are, right here. Pretty accurate, pretty, you know, it is what I thought it was going to be, or close. I was a little bit concerned about my body fat being 22%, but I didn't think it was that high. So, but I didn't think it was that high, but I sort of knew that it was high because I haven't been doing much of the nutrition work and stuff. So anyway, she took me through a couple of exercises and cardio because that's what I told her that I need to do the most. Um, so she showed me this awesome machine that is like it's like an elliptical, but you go sideways, and it was really cool. And then she told me about the programs that they have and stuff like. So it was very good. She was very helpful, very nice. She was on time. She was pleasant to speak with. She asked me a bunch of questions about myself and what are my goals and what I want to do and what I do for a living, and like she went very much into detail. She told me she didn't push me to buy anything, which I felt like I was gonna be pushed a little bit. No, she didn't. She was just basically just giving me the information, and so whatever their sales training is, it was very good. Um, so I told her that I was interested in doing some of that the stuff that my sister does, the CrossFit thing, but I'm concerned about that because I feel like there is room for a lot of injuries with that. And she said that they don't offer CrossFit, that they offer something similar called Alpha something, which is it's like CrossFit, but I guess it's for what I understood, it was more like supervised and make sure that you do the exercises correct and all the stuff. So right there. So anyway, so it was very good. I was very happy. She told me at the end that there is a 60-day challenge, which I like because I'm very goal oriented. So I was like, oh, that may work out for me. It's just to have a goal in somebody like measuring in every week and stuff like that. That's kind of stuff I like to do. It's only $60, so I felt like, okay, I can probably do that just to kind of motivate me and get me started. So it was wonderful. She smiled. She was wonderful. And then the guy that signed me up last weekend, his name is Sergio, and then he was very pleasant too because he told me last time when I was there, just when you came for the first time, just stop by my office, say hi, just to make sure that everything is okay. So I did, and he was nice. He waved at me and everything. So then I started doing my workout, and this is the part that gets a little nasty. So I'm doing my workout. I'm doing chest and back. So I do my thing. So the first thing is that I go to I do my first chest exercise, and it was fine. Then I go to do like pull downs in the machine, like like in front of my chest, and then the machine that I wanted to use was not taken, but then there was a personal trainer on the other machine working out, training another client, a lady, and he has his iPad sitting on the machine that I wanted to use. So I asked him if I could use that, and he kind of gave me this dirty look, and he's like, yeah, you can use it, a personal trainer there. So that already sort of like made me a little bit mad because it's like, okay, you're using 3 machines, why would you get upset or give me a dirty look if I want to use this machine? I mean, I thought that the point is that they have plenty of machines for everybody to use, and the personal trainer is supposed to do that. And for $150 a month, I would think that they will have better control over that. Okay, but I didn't pay that much attention. Say, well, it's just maybe just a one hiccup on the road. It's okay. Then I moved to the freeway section. Okay, and I was gonna do incline chest press. Is that what it's called? with the dumbbells. And I get my dumbbells, and there are these two older, white, Republican, rich, Trump supporter guys sitting next to me, talking very obnoxiously about women. Okay, saying that, oh, so and so has a nice rack, she's still super fit, I wish I could be with her. Comments like that, very degrading to women. But I'm like, I'm minding my own business, I'm doing my exercise, I'm thinking, hey, Antonio, this is your first day, just don't make a big deal about these things. Then all of a sudden this guy comes screaming. Oh, no, I hear this guy with a voice like Ray Charles. You know what I'm talking about, like very raspy voice. And then I'm like, totally gravitated towards that sound. So I'm like, what's going on? So there's this big, tall, handsome black man talking with another guy, a white guy, again, a white, rich looking, Trump supporting, Republican Southern man, which is actually wearing a red hat. And then I start to pay attention to the conversation they're having, and I notice that the black guy is a little bit upset at the white guy. So then all of a sudden this white guy comes screaming to the other two white guys that were next to me, talking obnoxiously about women. And then he said things like, the point is that he was upset because they apparently the court ruled against the mascot symbol of the Indians on the baseball team, Cleveland Indians, and apparently they're gonna have to remove the Indian stuff, like, which I'm totally for that. I think it's disrespectful. I think it's just politically incorrect, and whether it's a cartoon or not, I think it's time that American Indians are recognized and not being fun of. There's, they've gone through so much to be a cartoon. So, we can go deeper into this, but I'm not going to do it in the video just because, I just don't want to spend an hour talking about why it's incorrect to continue using that. So then he's very upset, and he's dropping these F-bombs, and then he's saying that it's just a mascot, that it's just a cartoon, that how is that possible, that he's just so fucking upset with this politically correct world and blah, 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 which, obviously I'm assuming that he's a Trump supporter because that's what Trump does. He just says all these things. And then there's these three guys, and then the black man comes, and then he's like, no, but you don't understand, you just don't get it. And then all of a sudden there's another white man who has nothing to do with these three guys, who comes from the other side of the freeway area, and also tells these guys, yeah, I'm with you, I'm agreeing with you, like, I'm so sick of this politically correct world, and then F-bomb, F-bomb, F-bomb in front of everybody. So of course I take a look at the black man, very handsome, by the way, older black man. And then he's like, just saying, I just rest my case, because he's smarter and he understands, and he's like, I'm not gonna get into these confrontations. And then I look at him, and he looks at me, and I'm like, you know what, I'm done with this. So I went downstairs, I packed all my shit, went downstairs, and then I was looking for Sergio, but then his office was closed, he wasn't there. So then I have to talk to another guy in the next office, which is a white guy, and I say, hey, is this something I'm gonna have to, well, I say, well, today is my first day, and these are the reasons why I left LA Fitness, because of this and this and this and this and this. And then I come here, and I'm expecting, because I'm paying a lot of money, that these things are not going to occur. But then I just had this experience, and I explain with him, and I say, is this something I'm gonna have to get used to in this gym? I see a lot of white people, a lot of white rich white people, so there's not a lot of diversity here. So is this something I'm gonna have to get used to it, to listening to these kind of comments? And then he's like, no, I'm sorry, I never heard those things before, those things don't happen in our gym. At that moment Sergio passes by, and then he calls Sergio. He's like, hey, Sergio, just go take a look at these situations. And I explained to Sergio, and Sergio immediately left and went and took care of the situation. So I left. But the manager made a comment a little bit strange to me, because he's like, well, this is a gym where a lot of white collar people comes, and they usually don't have time to do those kind of things. But that comment, white collar, sort of bothered me a little bit. I don't know. It sort of bothered me, because he didn't want to say a lot of white Republicans came here. He just called them white collar, and that kind of bothered me. So I don't know if I'm gonna be coming back. I don't know. This sort of, and it's a shame, because I know that it's not their fault, but if they're not enforcing some kind of, I don't know, policies of respect, and just, then if all they care is just about selling memberships, which is also why I left LA Fitness. If there's no people walking around and making sure that these things don't happen, then I'm not going to support that kind of business. So I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should give them a second chance and just go back and like try it, but I was so upset. It was 4 white men ganging up on a black man, and I was there. I was the only Latino there. There was an Asian guy behind me. So I just don't know. I don't know what to do. So that was my experience today for the first time at Lifetime Fitness. Everything else was nice. I mean, what nice facilities. Everybody was, everybody that worked there. It's not like they were super nice, but they did their job. I mean, this girl Lindsay, she was super nice, but I don't know what to do. I was very upset because of what happened, but also because I'm like, okay, I'm trying to find the gym. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. So I want to keep searching.